Real schoolers, I'd like to start with a little controversy. There's so many actors who have played Bond now that of course it's gonna start a little conversation as to who was the best Bond. And I guess you can already figure out who's my favorite. That's right, Roger Moore. Suck it, Scotland. I told you I was going to be controversial. This is Real School. Okay, I'm sorry, Scotland. I only do that because I love you. It's funny because Sean Connery actually hit a woman. Wait, that's not funny. Roger Moore would never do that. So what do you do with a franchise that is half a century old and has made 23 feature films? 24, including Never Say Never Again. Right from the start, let me tell you, this is probably the best shot Bond film of all time. In 23 films. 24. Including Never Say Never Again. Hiring a guy like Sam Mendes, I think is probably the best move that Eon Productions has ever made. And it almost didn't happen. Did you know that Mendes was actually sent a package from Marvel in order for him to direct the Avengers? And Sam ignored it? Well, thank God he did, because we got the best of both worlds, with Whedon directing the Avengers and Mendes getting 007. Before Skyfall, this selective director has made gorgeous films like American Beauty and Road to Perdition. This guy is definitely one of the best filmmakers that knows how to use film to tell a story. He is so good at visual storytelling. You can literally watch his films on mute, and not only do you get the entire story, but you can see them for the beautiful works of art that they truly are. Beautiful to watch. Speaking of beautiful to watch, let's start talking about the performances with the lovely Naomie Harris. She turned into a great little character actress. She was amazing in 28 Days Later, and she was very memorable as Tia Dalma in the Middle Pirates films. In her performances Eve and Skyfall, Naomie Harris was very believable as Bond's female equivalent, a strong, sexy, and dangerous field agent. And not to give too much away, but it looks like we'll see more of her in future Bond films. It was also nice to see Daniel Craig return to form after that hiccup that we call Quantum of Solace. He was charming, funny, he finally had that wit back, and extremely badass. But everyone in the cast really carried their own. Ben Whishaw was amazing as a younger, more connected Q. Judi Dench once again returns as M, and she's solid as always. But the performance of the film has to go to Javier Bardem. When a villain can make the audience laugh, cheer them on, and yet terrifies you at the same time, that is a performance to remember. In fact, I would equate Bardem's Mr. Silva to another amazing villainous performance, that of Heath Ledger. It was very Joker-esque. Remember, I've said, we've done this 24 times before. 23. Not including Never Say Never Again. Yet Skyfall was all about trying new things. Silva was one of the only Bond villains that I can remember that wasn't all about global domination. It was a personal vendetta. Because it was so personalized, it seemed to make him more deranged and even more dangerous. But it definitely made him Skyfall's for the win. While Skyfall had new things like Q and M helping out in the field, that was an interesting twist, and most notably, a backstory for Bond. Yeah, you find out about his childhood. It had all the staples that you want from this legendary franchise. Sex, gadgets, amazing action. Does it honestly get any better than Bond breaking that train, jumping in, and checking his cuffs? But most importantly, the wit, humor, and one-liners that Bond always needs. It had everything that Quantum of Solace was missing. It definitely cracks the top 10 Bond films in my opinion. Top 9, not including Never Say Never Again. That means that Skyfall is indubitably an earn it. I recently heard that they're bringing Craig back, and they're trying to make him the longest serving Bond ever by putting him in at least 5 more Bond films. If he does, he will surpass Roger Moore. I, for one, after seeing Skyfall, say, bring it on. if Craig's up for it, because Skyfall is all about an aging James Bond, and he's what, like 45? 44, not including Never Say Never Again. Poll question time! Jeez, so many options. What do I ask you? I won't ask your favorite Bond, that's too easy, and everybody will make fun of me. Favorite Bond song? Adele's was pretty good for Skyfall, but my personal favorite has to be The World Is Not Enough. No, forget song. Okay, you gotta go with this one. Favorite Bond villain. That includes henchmen. So many to choose from, and if you include henchmen, well, you got Jaws, Oddjob, Knick Knack. Good luck with this one. As always, leave your answers in the comment section below. I once again apologize to the entire nation of Scotland, and until next time, school's out.